first of all, Chris, it's the old reporter's cliche question. After 7 wins on the trot, what's the mood in the camp like?
Mood in the camp is it's pretty good, to be fair. I guess winning brings confidence, and there's genuine excitement about what we've got coming on Saturday. So we're pretty keen to get down there and have a good look at Northampton.
Well, this is a challenge completely different to any you've faced this season in those 7 wins. How much of a challenge?
It is. It's a big step up for us, and again, we look back on the time that in the pre-season when we played Worcester and we played Saracens, and just from that, what we took out of that as a group. Again, it's going to be another step up, but again, we've got some confidence in the way that we're playing. We're really clear about what we want to try and achieve, and there's a lot of determination to go out and have a good crack at it.
Northampton, double trophy winners last year. What makes them such a good outfit?
Well, obviously, apart from the quality of players they've got right through their squad, the way that they play, is quite exciting. So, they play with a lot of momentum and they like to get on top early. So again, it's just a matter of us making sure that we stick to our systems and we're ready to play right from minute 1 to minute 80.
And without giving away state secrets, what is the best way for teams to play against Northampton? What's the best way for you to play?
We've just got to play our pattern, and I think you've seen over the last few weeks that when we get that going, we can achieve a bit. So again, it's a matter of us making sure that we implement everything. Everything starts up front. So again, set piece against Northampton is going to be huge, and again, it's a challenge that our front 8 are up to. So we're looking forward to that, but that you've just got to start well against Northampton.
Star-studded Ospreys teams in the past in Europe have come unstuck. This Ospreys team, got Alan Wynne and Dan Biggar, with the greatest respect to the rest of them, they're not star-studded. You've come in under the radar. How much of an advantage might that be?
Well, I think we have come under the radar a wee bit. We are a collective and we're a strong unit, and I think that's the sort of measure for us. That's what we're about. So, I mean, it has been good. Everyone wrote us off, but again, as we were pretty clear right from the outstart that we knew what we were about and what we wanted to try and achieve, and what Saturday brings us is an opportunity to take a step closer to what we want to try and achieve. So, it's good in one respect, but at the other side of it, we've just got to make sure we go out and produce what we've talked about.
And what would be a good result? I know you're going up there to win, Chris, obviously, but what would be an acceptable result?
Well, you've got to take something with this tournament. You've got to take something out of every game, and you can get left behind in the pool pretty quickly, as we saw last year, if you don't take points. So, we're there to win. We're going up there and we're going to give everything we've got to make sure that we can get the performance that we're after to get the result. But, again, it's just a matter of making sure we get something.
And just finally, on a matter of housekeeping, injuries, Dan Baker, will he be involved? Will he not be involved? And how are the rest of the squad looking?
Dan is unlikely. Again, just the nature of his injury hasn't allowed him to get a clear window. So we'll just keep monitoring him. And again, Eli, we're just monitoring that ankle really. So we'll just see where he's at.
But the rest of it, full strength.
At this stage, we're looking right.
Have a good one, Chris.
Thanks.
Chris Sutton is Justin. He's okay, is he?
Yeah, no, he's okay.
He's ready to start. If selected.
Yeah. No, he's come through pretty well actually, mate. So he's looking pretty good.
Realistically, is there any chance of Dan Baker being involved?
I wouldn't think so. No.
How do you assess Northampton's threats up front?
Oh, I think you just got to look at the quality of their play, the players I've got, but also the way that they go about the game. They play with a lot of momentum and they play with a lot of speed, and and again they're pretty direct, powerful forwards. So they're a pretty good side, really, aren't they?
Yeah. There's a great duel in the second row potentially between Alan Wynne and Courtney Lawes.
Yeah, and they've got quality right through that pack. But that's going to be a big hit out, isn't it? But the worst thing that we can do is to start looking at individual battles and the little, those one-on-one moments. That's not what this is going to win us this game.
No. For press conference purposes and newspaper purposes, how do you rate Lawes?
Oh, he's quality. He's quality.
He is quality.
Quality player, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, not just in the lineup around the field.
No, he's a quality player, mate. Yeah, for sure.
Did you see anything, Chris, in the Rasa Metro game against Northampton that showed you anything about Northampton in terms of Achilles heel or potential weaknesses you haven't seen already?
Yeah, we've had a good look through the stuff, not from just the racing game, but previous stuff as well. So we've got a bit of a plan that we're going to go out and attack them. No.
Chris, are you optimistic that you've got the scrum and the set pieces to withstand the pressure you're going to come under?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the test, isn't it? Because like we've done pretty well up front so far. We have been tested. We have come under some immense pressure at times, and this is going to be a massive step up for us as a pack. All of us are under no illusion that we need to get this right, and if we don't, we could be on the back end of it pretty quickly. So that's the challenge that, as a forward pack, that we're looking at, and again, that's the bit that's excited us.
To you as a team, how important is Dan Bigger's confidence?
Yeah, well, I mean, like any team, the energy of your team is around 8, 9, 10, isn't it? So, again, our half pairings are going really well at the moment, and again, it's just a matter of, this week, rocking up again, doing the same job.
George North obviously scored a fine try early last season. With a player like that, is it a case of trying to start him at ball by doing a job at the front? Was it a specific way of handling him, or was he just somebody who is difficult to deal with?
Oh, he's a difficult player to deal with for sure, because he's got threats everywhere, isn't he? And again, so it's probably a combination of what you've just talked about, and again, it's just a matter of making sure we're accurate and, again, don't give him ball on front foot and miss first up tackles.
Do you see him as one of the, the main attacking threats in world rugby at the moment? Which is my way to, you've seen some fine players back home as well?
Yeah. I'm probably not qualified enough to talk about whether he's, on that class, but he's definitely a top end player, isn't he?
It's a great test in the front row for Scott as well. Scott Baldwin going up against Dylan Hartley.
Yeah. It should be a good contest, actually. And I know Scott's excited by it. And again, he's just got to make sure that he gets through his process like he's been doing pretty well for us over the last couple of weeks. So he's going well at the moment, and it's another test for him this week against another quality international player. So big day for him.
The group's obviously a year younger when you played Northampton last time.
Yeah.
Was there any element last year of the occasion being too big for you against them that you perhaps moved on a year now? What will you learn about your squad this weekend, do you think, in terms of that?
Yeah, again, obviously it's that experience thing, isn't it? And, like if you look at the team that we played, that we put out there in Franklin Gardens last year, there's a hell of a lot of experience in that team. And for large parts of that game, we played pretty well and we were right in it. There was a couple of individual sort of moments that sort of tipped it a little bit. This is going to be completely different for us as a group, and I think we don't have that experience to rely on. But what we do have is I think a pretty solid team and quite a bit of unity there together. So again, when the pressure gets tough, we know that we'll be able to lean on each other to get through it.
When you're making of this new Europe, obviously streamlined with fewer teams, and then the groups are pretty tough across the board. Obviously, you had a convincing winning history, but generally all the contests are pretty close apart from that.
Yeah, this is the best competition in the world, I think. And like if you look at how ruthless this competition is in terms of if you lose one, how quickly you can get left behind, and you are against the top 20 teams or top 19 teams in Europe, and that's excitement. That I think this is why you try and play and be involved in rugby at this top end. So the tournament itself is excellent.
If you don't win it, who will?
Pardon?
If you don't win it, who will win?
There's some good team quality teams out there. So it's pretty early to start picking who's going to win this thing. But you've just got to be consistent all the way through this, don't you? And I think you've got to have a few bit of run of luck with injuries and things like that too. So yeah, we'll see.